McTaggart, please announce appearances.
Jerry Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appearing on behalf of Patrick McTaggart. Mr. McTaggart does appear from Courthouse Security 1 video station. Judge, this is a case that is set for jury trial on Wednesday. I am asking the court for a continuance of that jury trial. It's not a straightforward, simple case. It's a charge of cruelty to animals, and there's I understand, a vet that is a witness. I have not had my client into my office to discuss the case, and this is not a case that I can go forward without having him in here to look at videos, look at reports, to discuss the matter in full detail, to discuss the witness statements, and to discuss what witnesses he wants to call. Because of all of that, I am not prepared as counsel for him to proceed to trial on Wednesday and would ask the court for a continuance.
How is it that this matter was set for jury trial on January 27, 2025, and none of those occurrences exist, Mr. Patterson? That you have not done any of those things that you mentioned?
I think we've had some communication difficulties, but I think Mr. McTaggart will assure me that that will not happen again and that we will be able to communicate about his case.
And I'm here all week too, so.
Mr. McTaggart, do you understand we're set for jury trial in 2 days?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not ready to go, according to your attorney?
No, ma'am.
What's the state's position on this?
Well, Your Honor, I am showing that subpoenas were filed with the court some time ago. It looks like there was successful service back in April of 2025. If the court is prepared to continue this matter, the state would be respectfully insisting that any continuances in this case be assessed to the defense for speedy trial purposes.
Mr. Patterson, have you had a contact information for Mr. McTaggart?
We do have contact information for him, Your Honor.
Is this a situation where your firm just didn't have time to see him because of the volume, or did he just not make himself available to you?
Judge, I apologize to the court. We're getting into an area that's probably prohibited probably from discussing. It's more of attorney-client privilege, I believe, and I think ethical duties would foreclose me from getting too far into that. Needless to say, there have been no discussions between my client and I about the facts of the case.
Mr. McTaggart, this case has been going on for quite some time. Allegedly, this cruelty to animals took place July 19th of the year 2022. 3 years have almost passed, and you have not gone to trial in this case. 3 years on a Class A misdemeanor. Your first appearance in this case was October 24th of 2022. Then you had a failure to appear November 14th, 22. Then you had a failure to appear December 5th of 22. You told the court on November 27th of 23 that you were hiring attorney Lonnie Hodgney, and we continued the case. You called January 22nd of 24 wanting your case continued because you'd wrecked your car driving for court. You were advised that you could appear by Zoom. January 23rd, 24, you couldn't be here. But you had just paid your attorney. January 22nd, 24. You failed to appear February 26th of 24. September 9th of 24, You said you had retained you were going to retain your attorney the following day, but that the attorney moved out of state, or another attorney you were going to hire had moved out of state. I'm not sure which. November 18th of 24 was your first appearance with Attorney Patterson. January 27 of this year, 2025, you were with Mr. Patterson, and at that time you wanted a jury trial, and you were given the date of May 19th. And now I find out you've not had contact to look at your evidence or to prepare for trial with Mr. Patterson. Mr. McTaggart, I'm afraid you're not taking this matter seriously enough. Where do you live? What town or state?
Noster, Missouri.
And when did you move to Missouri?
I've been over there since the end of 22.
And you're not ready to go to trial in 2 days. If I continue this to October, what are you going to do differently to make sure that you're ready for trial October?
I'll be ready.
You're going to contact your attorney? You're going to meet with your attorney? You're going to look at evidence with your attorney? Are you?
Yes, ma'am.
I am continuing this at the defendant's request to September 29th. Be here at 8 a.m. by Zoom. Your jury trial is scheduled to begin October 1st and go through the 2nd of 2025. Be here in person, live and in person at 8 a.m. that day. I am ordering you to contact your attorney and set up a time to go through all of those things he said you haven't done yet. If you don't, you could lose your bond. You could wait in jail. So I know Mr. Patterson can get a hold of you. So I know you'll be here for court. Anything further, Mr. Aguirre?
Your Honor, under these circumstances, the state would respectfully request the court make a ruling as to whether any prior continuances in this case are to be assessed against the state for speedy trial purposes.
Well, I think the continuances so far, for the most part, are obviously at the defendant's.
And Judge, I have not reviewed that. I would not take a position. I would have to have time to do that. I don't know that it's an issue that is before the court today, so I'm not sure we need to get into that.
I'm not going to get into it. I will. I'm sure between now and October you can look at that, Mr. Patterson. But from what I've just gone over, it looks like the defendant has created all of these delays. So if we have to take it up later, we will. But it sure looks like he needs to pay more attention and get more involved.
Thank you,
And
Your
take
Honor.
this more seriously. All right. If there's
And
nothing
Judge-
further, yes,
Judge-
Mr. Patterson.
Out of due caution, I would just ask that following court, he come across the street, fill out a new intake that would have all current information, as well as if he has friends' phone numbers that I can contact. I just want any and all contact information to make sure I get a hold of him.
Will do.
That
Right
is
now.
definitely the order of the court right now.
Will do.